Good afternoon, everybody. How's it going? Happy Monday. Oh, and all that fun jazz. Was it the last Monday of the month? I think it was the 27th. Yeah, hopefully last Monday. Anyway. What's going on? So a little bit of a departure from the normal content that we've been streaming here lately. I've decided to try out something a little different and a good different actually. Just picked this guy up. Wow, heck, what a couple days ago? The BN-2 Islander from Torquesim, and I have absolutely no idea what persuaded me because it's not that it's a bad product. It's just I um, rarely um, dive into aircraft like this because I really don't have a whole lot of experience in it, but um, nor do I see them often. Probably the most purpose built aircraft that there is. Um, so very, very interested to take this guy out and see what she does. So, but yeah, really nice interior. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, uh, load manager here. You can add, remove people. For example, you can get rid of that guy there. Oh no, I don't like this guy. We're going to go ahead and get rid of him. We know we'll get rid of this guy too. I don't like him either. Alright, there we go. And a little ladder, but we're a little off on the CG. Let's see if we can. There we go. Get us a bit more balanced. And we are actually at located at San Juan um, International, which once again couldn't really think of anywhere else to take this guy. I mean, this thing is really designed for island hopping. I mean, just going to be honest with you. So, um, not that there is just something I'm sure I'm not alone. Just something I don't do often, but I should because it's gorgeous in here. So, but yeah, we're gonna head out of here. This thing's super simple to operate, as in real life, from what I've been reading. For as far as the panel, pretty much now like 90% of everything in here is functional. Circuit breakers, all that fun stuff, everything's functional. So we'll go ahead and get the batteries on here, and we're gonna wing it on the flows. um, when this thing was released, I know I had some trouble locating the manual, and it took some doing to find it, but I think we're good now. Um, but it's bare bones. I think there's a checklist in there. It's pretty much it. So, all right, mags are already on, and we're going to start this thing as as with any other piston-driven aircraft. So, we'll go ahead and get the fuel pump on for a little bit, prime the system. Go ahead and shut it off, and we'll go ahead and bring the right mixture full forward. There she goes. There we go. Idle that guy up just a little bit. And let's see. Alright, cool. And do the same thing with this guy. Good pump on a little bit. All right, we're good to go, and let's get some avionics on here. Nav light on, beacon lights already on. I don't think we're going to be needing keto heat. Mags already on. Let's see here. So we just stuck it at the gate. All right, we can double check the parking brake. Let's try these. I noticed they were clickable. All right. All right. In here and all right. So now we're up and running. Try to show you guys the plan here. So the plan for today. Let's kind of get an idea where we're at. Let's see. Okay, weather. I'm gonna grab the altimeter setting real quick. Let's see, what is that? 3001. 3001. Winds are out of the east at 17, gusting 13. Holy smokes. Let's go back here, see what the favored runway is. It's saying 008. Cool. All right. So the plan is, barring any unforeseens, we're going to try to do, we're going to take off from San Juan, head to the east here, and we'll check out, don't get me to trying to pronounce that, Iquez, I think, or Antonio Riviera Rodriguez Airport. What there? Let's see here. Let's see. We'll add a TJ. Oops. TJSJ. All right, and the guy. All right. All right, so 34 miles from there. And then we'll head on over to Tango, Juliet, Charlie, Papa. Once again, not going to not going to try to pronounce it. Let's see here. Then we'll go over here. I'm not going to try to pronounce that either. All right. All right, so that is what we're going to do. All right. Taxi. Hopefully my throttle, not throttles, but my yoke behaves today, but for some reason it's been randomly disconnecting, so dealing with that here lately. So if you just see me drift off out of nowhere, that's probably what happened. Probably what happened. But yeah, the Islander, I remember years ago, Flight 1 had released an Islander, and it was just one of those aircraft that really didn't pique my interest. And I think part of the reason why is because, once again, it's not an aircraft that, in my experience is, honestly don't think I've ever seen that to say, but, and not that this is a bad aircraft, but it's one of those aircraft that I think what really drove me to the purchase is, it's nice to get something where, it's low and slow. I know, most of us, including myself, have been, children of the magenta for so long. And it's just refreshing to, dive into something, just go up and fly, right? Instead of, oh, let me get my back here. Well, no, just taxiway Charlie. Oops, quit doing that. And F right now. I'm sure there's some sort of run-up procedure for this thing, but all right. But yeah, as far as the modeling and everything, I'm right off the bat, it looks really good. Well, we'll go ahead and take Sierra 1 here. Once again make this purchase because just this is awesome. I see this every day. See how it flies, whatever. But um, I think I really made this purchase because I don't see this every day. And once again, it's called the Islander for a reason, and we're about to find out why here. I mean, this thing, grabs on the wing, grabs onto the air aggressively. I mean, the stall speeds are super low on the airplane, and yeah, it's quite interesting here. So I'll go ahead and notch your flaps there. All right, take off. Take off power set. Instruments and limits. Airspeed's alive. And we're just not so much going to fly by the numbers here. I'm just going to see where she's going to want to fly. It's about right there. And there's my old yoke giving out on me again. So, oh, back up the rope. All right, we're back. That's awesome. Let's see here. Let's see. All right. And we'll climb up to about 3,000. And yeah, this is gonna do it to me again. So here is what we shall do. So you guys can see my control setup here. So I think I have a fix on the way. Alright, pitch roll. Alright, so we are going to do this here. Not sure if this will work, but so set these guys to none for right now. And let's see. Okay, so the T1000 works. Perfect. All right. All right. So my trim is set there. And make some adjustments on the throttle quadrant. These were initially supposed to be my props, so we'll make this guy throttle. Kind of hate that because all right. Now let's unpause it. Our mixture still works now. The joys of simming. Alright, so that should be functional there. Oh, we'll do this and just bring it back to default. But I'll just let's see. I think that's prop 2. Alright. I so know. Hey, what's going on, bud? Yay. Okay, I have controls now. All right, so we're using the old trusty T1000. Let's see, we'll bring our prop RPM back to around 2000. It's kind of curious though. You can definitely tell those are those A20s. All right. So we are probably not on course here. We'll bring up our tablet and kind of see where we're at. So all right, just departed. Good trim up here. And let's see, we'll go direct 2. All right. All right. So yeah, cleaned up there. Pull up our GPS here. Tango flight plan. All right, so Tango, Juliet, Victor, oops, Victor, Quebec, yep, enter, all right, there we go. All right. So yeah, like I was mentioning before, I mean, the Islander is, I mean, just that. I mean, it's just what, it's designed for, basically, island hopping. Um, Unpressurized, large windows for, for those scenic views. We'll climb to 35. So I mean, don't expect to get anywhere quick with this thing, but expect a nice smooth ride. Um, Simple to operate, super simple to operate. Just really not a whole lot to it. Frame rates right now, of course, I got the stream going and all this, but I'm getting around 57 frames a second. Of course, this is in, I think Vulkan should still be checked, or it may not. No, Vulkan is not checked. So without Vulkan enabled, around 63 frames a second. Last night I tried it out with Vulkan, and I mean, goodness gracious, 70 frames a second, bloody unheard of. Um, but every now and then I get this random crash with X-Plane with Vulkan enabled. So of course, when it crashes, it disables Vulkan. All right, they're nice and trimmed out here. Let's see. Here we go. Does trim out really well, but you can take a gander outside. Um, Where you at? Let's see. Head up front. And we're going to let, which does have, fortunately has an autopilot to, I mean, not that it's really needed. I mean, it's, once you get it trimmed out, it seems to be fairly stable in the air, but those long trips, it does help to actually we'll pull my subscription. Let's go. God. Yeah, no, man, it's aggravating. All right, so roll mode enabled, and let's see, altitude hold, enable yaw damper. All right, see if she behaves. There we go. All right, bring the prop RPM down to or not. All right, there we go. There's a yoke. All right. See, dive outside real quick. Rain alert. That was really interesting. All right, terrain alert. I think we should be good. Now, if you love slow fight, this thing is a dream in the air. Stall speed I hadn't even tested yet, but we do have a full load, so I'm assuming it may be a little higher. All right, so right now we're like 120 knots. So I'm going to roll back the power, and we'll do a power off stall and see where she breaks at. All right, bleeding off airspeed. Keep the nose up. There's about 9 knots there. There's 80 knots. Keep the nose up. All right, goodness gracious. Still hanging in there. Keep the nose up. At 10 degrees there. It's getting a little wobbly. Hard to kind of feel it, but looks like she wants to break right around 60 knots there. Alright, so we're just going to drop the nose, and we're back flying again. Man, that's insane. For an airplane this size, that is insane. Holy smokes. Alright, tell you what we'll do. We'll dump some flaps as well and see what she does. Alright, go flaps full. Our flap indicator, of course, is right here. Alright, there's 60 knots. I'm gonna go flaps full. And keep the nose up. Man, oh, she breaks just under 60 knots there. She stops flying around her 60 knots. Alright, lower that nose and get the airplane cleaned up. Keep getting terrain alerts on our Garmin pilot there. Alright, get her cleaned up. And we're back flying. Let's see. We're back to auto roll mode. Once again, basic. I think this looks like a KLN series autopilot. So I mean, if you guys have any experience in the put that out to hold, any experience in I think a lot of 172s carry this type of autopilot. So I'm sure most of us would be quite familiar with this operation. I mean, works as advertised. Fairly solid on that from that aspect, but um, we'll go ahead and turn her off there. Yeah, very, man, these guys look creepy. They look creepy. Oh man. You know, I don't even think I have the actual weather on. Let's see. No, I don't have weather, world weather enabled, so let me turn that on real quick. You guys probably hear it in the background firing up there. Let's see here. Yep. Hopefully it's not a thunderstorm or anything crazy. Here we go. One thing I do is when I'm operating, when I'm getting real world weather, especially if I'm on the VATSIM, I'll go ahead and download and I pull weather from the VATSIM server. So make sure I'm unchecking that when I'm not using VATSIM. All right, we'll go ahead and bring that altitude up. Get back up to about 3,500. It should be fine. But you know, once again, you know, this is an airplane where you're gonna get, you know, it's not a TBM. You know, you're not gonna get anywhere quick. I mean, you get pretty decent. I think we're at what 100 knots indicator right now. So I mean, it's still not bad. But you know, this is one of those airplanes you know want to get from one island to another, not in a super hurry, and you know just want to enjoy the sight. So um, you know, like I said, this is probably one of the first Islanders I've purchased for Flight Sim, and definitely impressed by it. Which I think there's supposed to be two coming out for the same platform. Why, I don't know. But I think what's these people name? Nimbus, I think, or something like that. They're also coming up with a BN-2, which I'm hoping is a Tri-Islander, but it didn't sound like a Tri-Islander. They sounded like there's the BN-2 Islander. So I guess there's going to be two Islanders for X-Plane. I don't know. Maybe there'd be different fidelity levels. I don't know. But this one from Torquesim is pretty good. I think Torquesim also had a hand in the Mooney series. Could be wrong. You know, someone may want to fact check me on that. But also fairly solid. But I have not had the opportunity to get those guys out yet. So, but yeah, I mean, bring that power back a little bit. Let's see. Now we could do here, we could let's see what she'll do. We'll go ahead and bring down one engine and bring the mixture down in this one, feather that prop and see what she does. So we got one prop feathered right now. We're on one engine. Let's see. I don't want to take it to VMC because I have no idea how this thing's supposed to act once I get close to VMC, but so far she seems to be behaving. Dropping a little altitude, not much. We'll see. We'll see what she'll give us at 3,000 feet. Then dump a little altitude and get ourselves coordinated real quick. And we'll hold about 3 grand and see what she does there. What she got? Oh no. No. There we go. Alright. But yeah, not that we would ever have this issue in real life because we all know Lycomings are super reliable. I say that, I mean, they are a really good engine. I guess, you know, one question you do see most aircraft in this category tend to be turboprops. So kind of wondering about that as to why not a turboprop version. I did do some research, and there is an option for a turboprop version, but I think, and this is just purely assumption on my point, turboprops do tend to be very reliable, but I think the issue where it becomes to be a problem in terms of maintenance is the number of cycles. They don't tend to handle um, high cycles very well. More so on the startup and shutdown. Startups and shutdowns and turboprops are really hard on them on the actual components themselves. It sounds weird, but I've always been told that by AMPs. Um, all right, so let's go ahead and bring the mixture full forward. Unfeather the prop. See if I can get number one back. There she goes. All right. Number one. Now with this version, I think version 1.01, they did do a significant upgrade to the sound. So once again, like I said, you can remove the headphones and there's the sound. So we'll go ahead and start a descent. But yeah. So I think these are Lycoming 520s or 540s. Um, can't really recall the actual model number, but I think they're putting out around 3 to 400 horsepower. I think 400 horsepower each. So I mean, very well matched engine for the size of the airplane. Definitely doesn't feel overpowered. I mean, underpowered. Looks like we got the airport off to our 11 o'clock. All right. Definitely tell the difference in there. There we go. Yeah. All right. Get ourselves set for a downwind. Let's see how we're oriented in reference to the airport there. All right, a little power. Now, this is probably just my controls, but she does seem just a bit sensitive on the pitch, which I guess I'm not entirely surprised since the elevator on this thing is massive. So, not entirely surprised by that. All right, coming out of 100 knots there. Start reducing that power a little more. About 500 foot per minute. Keep the dog in the doghouse. There we go. All right. And we'll go to that first notch of flaps. First notch of flaps there. And gonna try to see if I can. About 45. We'll start that base leg. Good wind shift. All right. All right. That's not your flaps. It's very, to me, it just seems very unnatural for us to be this low. All right. Kind of a short approach here. Holy smokes, there we go. All right. Oh, bit of a crosswind. That's nice and straight. Could be my audio, but it's a little hard to determine when we've actually made touchdown. All right. Fortunately, this thing has the VRO speed of a Jetta, so whenever we are able to land, we can get ourselves stopped with relative ease. Probably would have been oops, a bit easier to come in on the opposite section there, but the winds were just not in our favor. All right. Maneuvering pretty good. I think once the I think it's one of those situations to where it becomes free castering once you exceed a certain degree of deflection of the nose wheel. So you can get a pretty decent turn radius with this thing. We'll go ahead and idle number one. Get it cooled off, and we'll go ahead and kill number one. Okay. No idea where to park, so we're just gonna kind of wing it on this one. Perfect. And as with any piston-driven aircraft, none of the finagling that we have to do. We just shut them all down and take a little, what is this, gang bar. Perfect. Force avionics off there. And we'll stop here. Just kind of take a look at the exterior. Very, very good job on the detailing there. Not sure what this guy is here. That looks like the pitot probe there. A pitot tube. Very interesting. Very simply made, you know, just a basic, I mean, basically just a big GA aircraft, you know, if you're pulleys and cables, no hydraulics or anything like that to deal with. So I'm sure it's easy on the maintenance. All right, so go ahead and fire this guy up and get ready for our next leg. Make sure I still got my throttles. Yep, throttles are still there. All right, mixtures and all that's still there. Cool, cool. So, let's see here. And your start switches are up here, of course, with your um, 4 mags as well, 2 per engine. Standard, you know, once again, standard setup, except, you know, your multis, you have more than one. So, not a whole lot going on there. We'll go ahead and fire up. I'll go ahead and fire up number 2. Here's number 2. And number 1. I don't know if this thing simulates flooding or not. I didn't mention it at all, so I'm going to assume that it doesn't. Oh, excuse me, guys. Pull out the old iPad here, and we'll check and see where our next stop will be. All right, so Tango Juliet Papa. All right, 2,600-foot runway. Not Definitely doesn't seem like there's a whole lot going on there. Looks like we're what 15 miles. I don't think we'll need a flight plan at all. Probably just go direct to and call it a day. All right. I do need to double check and see. All right. See if we can find a windsock at this airport. No, there's one here somewhere. Oh, there it is. There. All right. Some directional braking, extremely maneuverable. Also using just a little bit of differential thrust. Man, you're packed in here. Woo. You're packed in here. Goodness gracious. All right, so let's see. Take off from 09. Part to the east there. kind of working the prop levers. What kind of drop we get. Still not down there yet. Up, it's just a hill. Alright, I think we'll try a short field takeoff and see what happens here. Let's see, go ahead and bring down at first notch flaps. There's a decent turn radius. Just kind of double checking here, make sure everything is set appropriately. No cow flaps on this thing, surprisingly. Alright. Alright, let's see. Oh, flaps are set. Oh, come on, turn you. You're straightened out, at least. Alright. Alright, so go ahead and set the power there. Alright, release the brakes. Keeping a little back pressure on the yoke. Curious to see how long she'll stay in ground effect. Alright, looks like she's wanting to rotate there. See if she'll stay in ground effect at all. Oh yeah, she wants to go. We are gone. Did not want to stay in that ground effect. She wanted to fly. That's awesome. Really good short field performance. Alright, make sure, just checking up there real quick, make sure we're cleaned up. And I think we'll do 3,000 for this one. Let me double check. Here my. Alright, Tango, Juliet, Charlie, Papa. It's a little bumpy here. Let me we'll do direct to. I don't know what version it was. I don't know if it was Reality XP's version or I just don't remember. But one rendition of the 530 allowed you to actually type in the selected waypoint, which would be fantastic right now. Let's see. Charlie. There we go. About 12-mile trip, so not far at all. Actually, I think we can probably come up to maybe 2,500 on this one, and yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll come up to 25 and level her out. I gotta say, this is much more exciting than than your typical tube liner trip. Not saying that airliner flights aren't fun. I mean, I think I think the enjoyment really comes not so much from the actual flight, but from the processes and the things that we have to do to accomplish that flight. Let's see here. All right, we'll go ahead and bring that prop RPM back a smidge. We're good. See if we can go to hold 2.5. I'm really curious to know if the elevator is indeed, the pitch on this thing is indeed as twitchy as it is in sim, because it's definitely twitchy. But then again, it could just be my controls. All right, we'll give her to auto. So she'll hold 25. All right. Yeah, just a weird looking airplane. Reminds me almost of a mini, I think it was a Shorts 360 with the square fuselage. But, once again, it's one of those, just as with the Shorts, aircraft like that, I mean, they're built specifically to, serve a purpose. And, one would assume, especially, with the size of aircraft, that square fuselage probably works wonders in terms of adding just a little bit more comfort. Just a little more comfort in, for the passengers. And there's that sound. The F mod sounds are just phenomenal. They've gotten much better since the last update. But man, I really wish. It's just, I don't know. It's a little difficult to kind of get that, I guess, the full effect per se. Let's see. Oh, make a turner here just a little bit. That guy's super weird. Sitting next to, I don't know, that guy there kind of looks like Samuel Jackson, but maybe it's just my old age talking. No beacon. You know, that is a good observation. You guys see one? Cause I don't see one. Huh. No strobes for that matter. Well, it could be on me. Let me double check to make sure the strobes are actually. Huh. Do the landing lights work? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, that's a real good observation, Ice. I don't see any exterior lighting whatsoever. I mean, we're got power. I mean, it looks like it might be maybe a nav light, but let's take a screenshot of that. It's kind of, may post that on the forums. Interesting. Yeah, I did not notice that earlier. I'm gonna bring the power. I'm gonna bring the props full forward there, and we'll drop the power and start that descent. Yeah, that is very, very strange. Second row saw beacon. Really? Okay. Huh. That's weird. All right. Yes, I know there's a terrain alert. Kind of sad to say, but that's the first terrain alert I've gotten. Some of the only areas that I fly are not don't have a lot of high terrain, so that was kind of interesting. I'll take that back. I think there may have been areas in New Mexico that has some mountainous terrain. Let's see here. I lost sight of the airport, so oh, there it is. Perfect. I'm going to throw another notch of flaps in there. I was thinking of like maybe I need a forward slip it in here, but I think we should be all right. We'll do a little bit of forward slip. A little bit of a forward slip. There we go. Don't think I'm gonna make that one. All right, we'll just go ahead and go missed. Definitely need to go missed. That is a interesting approach. All right. Try to bring the flaps up. I kept wondering, I'm like, why is my power not reducing? And yeah, it's my old trusty yoke spazzing out on me. Let's see here if I can remedy that real quick. Like no wonder I'm high. There we go. So yeah, my engine power is actually ran by the throttle quadrant that's directly connected to the yoke, right? So when I lose my yoke, I also lose control of my throttles. Yay! But I'm did a little troubleshooting. Like I said, I think it may be a power issue I'm dealing with because I don't have the Cytec yoke did not come with the power adapter. So or the power adapter. So hopefully that will alleviate my issue. So we're on downwind here and we'll start about 500 foot per minute descent. A little bit of trim. And we'll go ahead and add that first notch of flaps. Alright. I'll start up base to final leg real quick and see what happens here. All right. All right. Definitely some interesting airports. All right. Well, still trying to get the feel for this thing. It's very unique, and I can't, of course, being in the sim, we can't really hear or can't really feel the thump, so to speak, when the mains hit. And so the only other cue that you have is some sort of audible thump or something like that, but I'm not really hearing that. But then again, it could be something on my end. All right, flaps up. All right, we'll go ahead and bring her around. All right. All right, avionics off. And mixture cut off. Mags off. Not sure you guys can hear that. Not sure what that is. Maybe the brakes. The doors, of course, for those of you who really care, but I'm just not one of those. Just not a priority for me that the doors are clickable. But it's a nice addition. The doors do work. There's also a door on this side and a door on this side. Now, heaven help you in the real world if you gotta get out of this thing, and trying not to, depending on how this prop sits. Of course, you may have to go out the back, I'm sure. But, and, not to touch anything greasy. I'm sure there's a little bit of oil and gunk that gets on the side of there. It'd be nice to get a livery, maybe a little bit of grime, especially on the strut here. I'm sure this thing sees a lot of grease and dirt and stuff. But Cape Air, surprisingly, I've always known Cape Air to operate 402s. I've actually seen those in Boston, but did not know. Did not know they operated Islander. So that was interesting to find that out. So did I kill the batteries? All right, there we go. Let's see. Let's find our next leg. There we go. All right, so here we are. And interesting. Got a little airspace here. All right, so Tango, India, Sierra, Tango. See if we got some weather. All right, so 1-0. All right, winds are the southeast at 11 knots. Not too bad. Of course, that weather is an hour old. So we'll see how that goes. I'd figure out how to shut this guy without. Ah, there we go. All right, cool. Now let's just make a change in our loadout here. Let's go in, and you can also put a first officer or whatever there, but nah, that should go away. Let's go in kind of light. This one, I don't know, got Samuel Jackson back there, and looks like Han from Fast and Furious there, so we'll leave those guys back there and get out of here. So, all right, so extra full forward, throttle, about a quarter of an inch. That sounds familiar from most piston checklist. All right, go ahead and turn on my mag. All right. And same thing on for number one, mixture full forward, about a quarter of an inch. This will probably help. All right. I'll try one more time without burning up the starter. Interesting. Mags are on. Try the fuel pump. Put the fuel pump on. And crack the throttle again. Interesting. Samuel. Man, that's exactly what that guy looks like back there. I don't know what, like Han was the first thing came to mind. But let's see here. Alright, see if we can. Maybe we got a flooded engine. We'll try to clear it real quick. Alright. Mixture back full forward. Man, no love. Alright, let's bring on the fuel pump. What's our fuel looking like? Still got about a little over 20 gallons in the left and right tank, so that shouldn't be the issue. I wonder what the issue is, guys. Wonder if we... Wonder what the problem is. Let's try another dry run to really keep the mixture idle. Oh, did I get it? Did I get it? There we go. There she goes. Vapor light. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Definitely quite possible. So I don't know if that was related to this aircraft as far as, if that was implemented or what, but that's stuff like that's pretty cool. Definitely pretty cool. All right, let's go. Your mags are still on. Clear the lines. Yep, exactly. Those are the things you deal with in real life. Put the A20s back on. A20 Bose, or they make a phenomenal headset, but I don't know why, but I've always been a David Clark person. They've just been my thing for years. I still have the first set I purchased when I was in flight school. Since what was 2006, I think. Got them rebuilt once, and I bought a second set, and of course, I've used both of those now, but I mean, it still functions just as good as the day I bought them. And I think the only reason why I got my first set rebuilt was because the rivet that connects the air cup to the headband that broke, and I didn't want to risk doing anything to it myself, so sent it off and got it rebuilt. And $30 later, um, I still got the headset. So I don't know. That's not to say Bose doesn't have the same reliability, but I just never been um, never had the reason to switch. But that's why I've kept them for as long as I have. And I'm sure, and it's kind of going back to the engines. I'm sure there's a reason why they went with the piston design, but one can't help but wonder what would this thing be like with a pair of PT6s on them, or even the Garrett direct driven turboprop. Be kind of interesting to see. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, and of course, go back and double check me on this, but I believe the turboprop version that is offered um, are actually Rolls Royce turboprops. I don't know. Yeah. Like I said, don't quote me on that one, but I believe that's what they are. All right. I wonder if they have separate set of sounds for the wing views back here. Let's go ahead and drop the flaps. Huh. Interesting. All right. So let's see. We're going to the iPad real quick. We're going to take off and fly to the southeast, and then we'll turn northeast a little bit, and that should get us to the airport. All right, let's do a quick scan, make sure we're good to go. Cabin notices, that's been on forever. Let's see, yep, we're good to go. Landing lights, yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll turn them on, but now that I've been looking more at the lights, I didn't really see, didn't really see the landing lights very well, so I don't know. I have to check them at night to see if they work then. All right, let's see. Take off. Take off power set. Engine instruments and limits. Airspeed is live. Got that downhill kind of helping us out a little bit as well. All right. There we go. All right, gonna make this dodge that tree. Everyone hit it, but Alright, we'll go ahead and clean the airplane up. I don't know, guys. We'll probably come up to about 3,000. 3,000, I think, and just kind of enjoy the scenery. I don't think these islanders go much above 10,000. Well, they can't really because the whole unpressurized thing. But I'm sure the aircraft could. But yeah, I don't think they have oxygen for all of the passengers in the back. I'm sure. All right, so let's see. Let's take a gander where we're at, guys, on the tablet here. And all right, so just departed there. And we'll go ahead and make a right turn here. Nice standard rate turn. And let's see here. That should get us to Tango, India Sierra, Tango. All right. About to be hitting 2,500. Let's bring that prop RPM down a little bit. Almost at 3,000. Yeah. Right. 2,900 and 3,000. We'll get some trim going on here. Little trim action. All right. Fire it back a little bit. This could just be my all right, we'll hold her right there, about 3,000. Yeah, very, very sensitive on the pitch, and it could be my axis controls. I don't want to get the pointing fingers there. All right, let's see. We'll get my heading bug set up here. And there we go. Should pick up 3,000 there. I think they say also the seatbelt signs or something like that are functional. Yeah, up front, I believe they're. Let's see, passenger notices. We'll turn that off. I mean, those of you who are concerned with such things. Oh, there you go, up front. so let's see, manifold pressure. I mean, performance is it's not bad. I mean, it's not. I don't want it to come off as if all these things are turd in the sky, but I mean, it's not horrible. 120 knots, and like I said, this thing is mainly designed to get you from one island to another, and just I'm sure the views are phenomenal. Especially with the high wing design, you're not don't have to really be concerned about obstructions if you're taking pictures or something like that. And I'm pretty sure they got a lot of these guys doing aerial observations as well, photography, things like that. Also reading up that they've been employed quite a bit on the freight side as well. So um, once again, it's one of those airplanes that it's just looking at it, you can tell they took form over function or function over form. There we go. One of those. Let's see here. Ox fuel pump. So let's check. I'm curious to see if these guys work. So let's see if those breakers actually function. I don't know if we're gonna get. Let's see. We should get increase in pressure. All right. So let's push them back in. Yep. Awesome. So the breakers do actually work. It's pretty cool. All right, so we're coming up on our airport there. Let's see, what's the favored runaway? 1-0. All right, we'll go ahead and kind of cut power. Go ahead and get out of the power. Now we might do a 360. I don't know, we might be able to burn up enough altitude. I don't know if we'll do it without scaring the passengers, but we'll try it. One thing I did kind of, well, I think anyone can appreciate for for what this thing does, they do give you a fairly decent avionics package. I mean, I'm sure this thing sees mostly VFR more often than not, but if you do end up in some instrument conditions, I mean, you got a fairly decent avionics package to, get you out of a pinch. It would have been nice to see. I don't know, maybe a 650. We could have thrown in here from Flight One or Reality XP. One of those. Toss a 650 in here. I don't even think you really need a 750, 650. Maybe pair it up with a 530, perhaps. Something like that. I know a lot. I know we do get, even myself. I mean, I get spoiled. You get like this ginormous 750 here, and we all want that. Sometimes 750 can just be too much. I don't know. All right, power all the way down the idle. Let's see, bring that nose up. First notch of flaps, and we'll chase it with power. All right. Got my 2 green. See. A lot of nose up trim. You know, we'll just keep it at 25 degrees of flaps. I don't think we're gonna need that much. Full flaps just gets weird. Say, well, we'll do full flaps just so you guys can kind of see it gets real ungainly. All right. All right, now that we're kind of on the back side of the power curve here, I'm going to try to use our pitch to control our airspeed here. So then power to control our altitude. So I mean, we're literally floating. All right, man. I think, but 172 is 65 knots. I think we're at 60. So yeah. Let's see here if we kind of trying to burn up a little runway because I don't want to make our taxi too long. Here we go. All right. Take the exit here. I'm curious. Let's see if we can snag us a replay of that one. Oh, that's not Han. He has a ponytail. Or she has a ponytail. That may be a she. I don't. Yes, she is. Whoops, sorry. Sorry, just FYI, I love Han from Fast and Furious. Man. One of my favorite characters. Alright. Yeah, I mean, look at that. I mean, we're just. Man, this thing lands so slow. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, the performance is phenomenal on it, but man. Goodness gracious. You're just kind of floating in there. My goodness. Oh, I love the pose flex there. Hey, Flight Sim, how's it going, buddy? Man, just so slow. That's cool though. This guy's all about his ponytail as well. That's awesome. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, unpause it. There we go. All right, get the airplane cleaned up here. And we shall taxi on, dump some passengers off, maybe pick up a few, and we'll head on to the next stop there. Just a very interesting airplane. I can't really say this thing flies like, you know, anything I've really had experiences with other than a very big 172. Extremely predictable. Um, and I'm sure if you get a few hours in this thing, I mean, you'll be able to do whatever you need to do with it. I mean, I don't think there'll be many airstrips you won't be able to get yourself into and out of. Um, a very, very capable platform for, commuting. I think the load is, ooh, with full fuel. I want to say the usable is 860, 900 pounds, something like that. Um, which isn't bad. Not bad at all. All right, so I'm going to be kind of whip this guy around. Oh yeah, that's awesome. And I mean, this will be, not exactly how things go, but these are the kind of cycles that these guys run. So I mean, you can only imagine, trying to deal with a turboprop, startup, shutdown, startup, shut, and I mean how hard it will be on the power plant. So I mean, I totally get throwing, some super reliable Lycomings on there and, just blowing and going. Blowing and going. All right, so let's see. I guess, do we chalk it up? We have some chalks? There we go. All right, chalk it up. Let's see. Let's throw, I don't know, let's throw a bunch of people on here. Bunch of people on there. What do you guys think? May top off on a little gas. Get a little more fuel. There we go. About halfway should do it. Halfway. I think grilling the batteries, anti-ice equipment probably won't need it. But let's out of curiosity. So what does it remove this section? Let's see. Yes. Oh, how cool is that? So, of course, you can outfit, these things when you buy them however you need to, or, whatever, with whatever optional equipment, we got to have. And that's pretty cool. So airframe de-icing, prop de-icing. I'm sure if this thing's flying up around Nantucket, where it gets pretty chilly out there, I'm sure you'd probably want some sort of anti-ice equipment, right? All right, so yeah, we got full load. Full load. Let's find us another find us another leg here. Bring up the old tab. All right, so we are here. All right, let's see what's the next stop. What are you guys thinking? Taking it to Tango Uniform Papa Juliet. And then from there we can hit up um, this bit of land here. That looks small, 2,600 feet. Holy cow, that's gonna be fun. Cool. So we'll take off there, fly to the northeast, and I don't want to get to butchering these names. Terrence Letsom International. Cool. All right, sounds good. We'll do that. Let shall do that. So let's go ahead and dive on in here. Dive on in here and get ourselves set up. And see, battery on. Wonder if these guys fly with shorts on. I'm curious. Don't ask me why. That was so random. I mean, why not, right? You're out in the islands, you got your, uniform on, then some shorts. I'm sure they're dressed appropriately. All right, so Barry's on. Hey, have they improved the sounds? Yes. They've gotten they've gotten a lot better with the new update. I'm gonna go ahead and take the headphones off. I'm about to start them up and let you guys get a listen. So we'll do mixture full 4. They're still not just on point, but they're a heck of a lot better than what they were. Alright, mixture full forward on number 1. And crack the throttle. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and get my avionics on here, and we'll kind of listen to the exterior. Bring up the power a little bit. So, I mean, yeah, a bit of an improvement. You know, it's really, I guess at the end of the day, it's really about, you know, kind of what you're, you know, what you're looking for. I mean, but there were some blatant issues with it initially, and they seem to have gotten that lined out with the Fmod sounds. So we'll just leave the headphones off and see if we can pick out some differences there. And make a right turn, and I will taxi to, I think, 10. Yeah, 10. I know I was having some problems where if you'll put on the headphones, I mean, it wouldn't. I mean, normally, you know, headphones, especially the A20s, they do a pretty good job of, you know, really blocking out everything. But you're still, the volume was still fairly significant. So, you know, which, I mean, to me, it just was not a huge issue, but, you know, it did break the immersion a little bit. So now it seems where, you know, you put them on, and I mean, it's that, you know, clearly reminds me of, you know, putting on instead of noise canceling A20s on. So shout out to Torquesim for that one. Let's see here. I guess where we are crossing. Yeah, looks like we gotta cross the runway. Let's see, clear on the left, clear on the right. Go ahead and see if we can shoot across here. And we'll shoot across and make another right. This thing is extremely maneuverable. A little bit of directional thrust. Alright. Coming along pretty good. Alright, so I think that'd be my only, if I were to make a suggestion, my only suggestions to give, perhaps, you know, give us the capability to maybe add, you know, like a 650, you know, like I was mentioning earlier, for example. Just, you know, give us a little bit of variety. I mean, it's not like you gotta have dual 750s in the, you know, in the thing, but would be kind of nice to, you know, have that option. All right. Pretty good pace. All right, should be good. Pretty good pace getting down here. Yeah, like I said, I think the profile will be pretty much the same as far as, you know, taking off. Head to the what was that? Northeast a little bit? No, northeast about 3,000 and enjoy the scenery. Alright, go ahead and bring these guys idle. Alright, we're going to assume we got clearance. I believe this is a towered airport, so we're just going to assume we got clearance. And notch flaps there. Make sure trim is set. And we're just going to do roll and take off on this. We've got plenty of real estate, so. Alright, take off. Checkout power set, engine instruments within limits, airspeed's alive. You will get a little bit of a prop overspeed. I did kind of look that up because I was going to say, alright, so why am I getting prop overspeed? Overspeed, but you will get that. Alright. There we go. Go ahead and clean the airplane up. I think we should be good to go. Climb rate's phenomenal for. I think we're full in the back, and we're still getting 1,000 foot per minute. Let's see if we can trim out. I have yet to look at the numbers on this thing, so I can't tell you what's best rate or best rate or best speed on your climb out just yet. I actually just found the manual this morning. I didn't see a shortcut or anything for it, so I had to do some hunting around to find it, but I did. So I need to dive into it to kind of see. Let's see here. Long time no see. Hey, bud, how's it going? Glad you're doing well. Absolutely, man. You as well, and stay safe out there. All right, let's see here. Let's take a look. Show. All right. A little bit of trim there. So as soon as we clear, I think we should be able to clear that terrain. So we'll make ourselves a left turn. There's a parachute area, so we'll go ahead and acknowledge that. And yes, we also know about the terrain alert. And that's off to our right there. So got ourselves on track, should be good to go. And we'll hide that sucker there. All right. We are flying. And let's go ahead and reduce that prop RPM. And now that I've been dabbling in the Islander for a while, I say for a while, all of a couple hours. Yeah, island hopping is actually pretty fun. I know most of the times I spend a lot of times, not so much in tube liners. Every now and then I say every now and then, I do fire up the TBM quite a bit. But I mean, that's it's kind of almost tube lining, right? But jumping in the Islander and it's kind of hopping around. It's refreshing actually. Let's see if we can trim now there a little bit. And let's see, it's not coming up on 3,000, so we'll come up there. Let's see. All right, about 3,000 feet, and we'll go ahead and get the airplane trimmed out. That's one thing I would love to get my hands on is a legitimate trim wheel. But I mean, trimming is one of those things. It's, in my opinion, it's really difficult to do in the sim since you don't feel those. I mean, the whole point of trimming an airplane out is to relieve those control pressures, and when you're not really getting that feedback from the airplane, it's difficult to really. And one thing you guys is to trim off of your VSI. I'm watching the altitude there. And we'll go ahead and reduce the power back a little bit, and should be good to go. Once you get her lined out, I mean, like, she trims out really good. So let's go ahead and get her heading bug set. Heading bug set, and see, got me in roll mode. There we go. Alright, there we go. And altitude hold, cool. Let's see, while we're over here drug running, flying around with no transponder on, there we go. Turn that guy on there. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna pull up our GPS here and see that Tango Uniform Pod Juliet. Let's turn more like a 090 heading. Let's see. I'm super excited so far. Still have my throttles. That's awesome. Hadn't died on me just yet. Now that I said that, they'll probably stop responding right on the final approach. Oh, I'm not sure what happened with that. I'm very conscious on when I update things like that. So I don't remember doing any kind of crazy update. So I don't know if there's something that broke in the software end or what. I don't know about you guys, but this would, to me as a passenger, this would be awesome if it wasn't. I mean, if it was a pet flight, I don't know. I mean, in one sense, it'd be pretty cool, but then in another sense, you know, I guess if you're on a vacation or something, you got enough drinks in you, it probably wouldn't matter anyway, right? But kind of see the doors there, so everybody has. I don't know. I mean, you can tell this airplane is very well thought out, though. I'll give them that. I mean, even as a rear, even if you're sitting all the way in the rear, you do. I mean, not killing yourself trying to squeeze out of the thing. And then also you have a door on this side, and then of course the door up front. That's pretty slick. And I think the price point for this aircraft too is actually pretty decent. I think what, $39, I believe. It's not bad for what you get. I mean, you get a fairly solid airplane. Flight modeling's good. I say good in terms of from a person who's not had any real world experience in the model. From what it looks like and how you would expect for it to fly, and based on reviews from individuals who like Flying Mag, for example. They'll do like a test of the real thing, and how they describe it handling. It feels about like that. I mean, I think I think it's safe to say all these circuit breakers work. I mean, I don't know, we tested out two. They work just fine. I mean, what, 39 bucks for this? That's not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I'll make a right turn there. All right, we're pretty good. Almost getting ready to start a descent here. I mean, it's you get used to those long hauls, and you're just you're kind of fiddling around, and you're like, oh, dang, I'm over the airport by now, so that's why we should aviate, navigate, communicate. All right, so we'll go ahead and even if, for example, you just love this thing in flight training, so you bring that altitude down, I don't know, you say 1,500 feet. And throw that guy in vertical speed and down button, 800 foot per minute. Arm it, you're done. Let's see, bring the power back a little bit. Is that the trim wheel going? Oh yeah, I think that's the trim wheel going. I think that's the trim wheel going. I'll come up a little bit. One sec. All right, bringing the power a little bit. All right, looks like there's our airport there. I think what we're going to do, we're going to kind of set up for a pseudo downwind. I'm looking at the weather here, and yeah, let's see if we can walk that power back a little bit. I guess, I know we talk about, man, it'd be awesome seeing had turboprops or whatnot and all that, but it is nice to get that, near instantaneous response from the engines, with them being piston driven. All right. come down about maybe a, whoa, got a little wind shear going on. Bring our props to full. Make sure our mixtures are back full rich. Now let's go ahead. Power. Power back a little bit. Let's see here. Get the nose up, try to bleed off some more. Bleed off some airspeed. Alright, there we go. First notch of flaps there. Oh, definitely got some bit of a crosswind here. Other notch of flaps in there. Get under that airspeed. Holy smokes. I got one shift on. We'll flat. We'll flat. Let's see. Trying to keep the nose up with some, kind of help us out with some aerodynamic braking, but even at such low speed, she still wants to fly. That's amazing. That's amazing. Alright, let's see if we can get the airplane cleaned up. Let's see, where should we stop? I guess this spot would be as good as any. Gonna stop right here and avionics off. We'll turn that guy off, I guess, and there is one, and there's two. The winds are really interesting going into some of these mountain airports. It is insane. It is insane. Alright, I guess we'll go ahead and throw the chocks now. And let's see if we can find our next leg here. Let's see. Alright, so we're at Tango Uniform Papa Juliet. Alright, so let's do this. We'll hit up Tango Uniform Papa Alpha. And we'll take her all the way back to Um, way back to the airport here. That's actually really handy between the 2 points, but I'm using that right now. All right, so let's see here. We're looking about 20, what, 24, 25 miles. That's not bad. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and change up our loadout here. I don't know, guys. Let's see. Let's lighten her up again. I guess we'll see if we can get a little forward CG going. See how she handles with that. All right, so yeah, we see we kind of moved the CG up a little bit. Should be good there. Go ahead and pull the chocks. I'm pretty sure the turnaround times, unless the aircraft's coming in early or something like that, are insane. It's more like land, gear buyout, get the next group in, and you're gone. Right, so our electrics, batteries on. Batteries on, beacon on. I'm really not too concerned about the landing lights. Land passenger nose is on. Hopefully our engines cooperate and aren't flood or vapor locked. So we'll go ahead and bring the mixture to full forward. Crack the throttles open a quarter of an inch, and you know what? Mixture's full forward. Mags on. Now. There we go. All right, there's number 2. Go ahead and bring the mixture full forward. Mags are on. Go. All right, and crack the throttle. Let's see, I wonder if we should idle these guys up a little bit to keep the plugs from fouling up on us. We'll bring them up to about 900. Alright, avionics on. I'll leave that pitot heater off. No, gonna need. Oh, no, come on. There we go. Woo! Alright. Oh. I've had that. I've run a little low on fuel and swapped tanks. I don't know if I picked up trash or what, but the engine started sputtering and it was like, no. Alright, let's see. Our runway 7 looks like it's going to be the best runway once we get there. Alright, let's see if we can ease on out of here. For taxi, I think I missed a turn. Yeah, did we? I don't know. You know what? We'll just do this here. I don't think there is. Okay, so there's a way to go. I really would like to take 7 though. Alright, so we'll not go 75 miles an hour. But we'll just take the runway here and we'll do a 360, or I mean a 180. Whoops. And or we could do a 360 and take off in the ocean. Alright, it looks like there's no, I guess there's no other way to go there. All right, so we'll try. We'll make this quick. So where's that going? Gotcha. All right. All right. So that's not on my chart, but I gotcha. I gotcha. All right. Let's see here. Fortunately, we have this awesome sauce airplane with the turn radius of a forklift. There we go. All right. And Sarah flaps. And take off. Takeoff power is set. Oh. And right. We'll hold off a little bit and bring the flaps up here shortly. Just afraid of any wind shear may run into. Alright, go ahead and clean up there. Alright, let's see here. Now that we use GPS for this one, we'll go. What was that? Tango. Let's see. If I can get this guy to cooperate, that would be phenomenal. There we go. Alright, let's see. Now, back in the day, like the 530 was the bee's knees. That is what you wanted. And if you had one, you were the man. And then now, here we go. We get all spoiled with our fancy 750s. And here I am complaining about the fact that I have to turn a knob. Let's see. Get my trim together. Looks like the cloud layers may have dropped on us a little bit. Yeah, we'll bring it up to 25 and it should be good. Bring it up to 25. Oh man, no, we are in the clouds now. Kinda. Break out our scan here. Which, you know, I mean, flying around these islands, that is a reality. I mean, one moment it may be severe clear, and next moment you're trying to play chicken with a thunderstorm. Alright, let's see, let's get ourselves squared away here real quick. Let's see. Bring this dude, what is it, 2,500? Heading and altitude hold. Was that 430? Yeah. You know, I've been wondering if I know back in the day there were still some aircraft that still had the old Lawrence units, and I wonder if there's anything like that. Oh, I got a little rain. Interesting. Alright, so we got Lorraine, but no windshield effects though. I just happened to kind of look over and see the rain there. I'm kind of wondering if maybe at some point we'll see maybe we'll see some windshield effects. That'd be interesting. So yeah, I mean, even without Vulcan, I mean, we're still getting phenomenal frame rates. I mean, close to 70 frames a second. I know in Vulcan, I mean, there were times I was hitting 89 frames a second in this aircraft in Vulcan, which of course, you know, nothing but ocean. But yeah, let's go ahead and bring the prop RPM down a little bit. And so if we can lane the airplane out a little bit and see if we can. Let's see, looks like our lane of peak is about right there. Which we're 900 miles out anyway, so. Not far at all. Yep, just not. Little small spit of land over there. Maybe where our airport's located. I'm willing to guarantee you one will have to be well versed in their water survival techniques operating out here. No, fortunately, you know, you still got, I mean, like I said, you got your GPS, you got everything you need to really navigate. But, you know, for example, let's say if you're in Pilatus or PC-12 or something like that, and, you know, you lose your only engine, well, that can cause some problems for sure. So, you know, I mean, once again, you know, it just goes back to, um, you know, from a functionality standpoint, I mean, this thing was definitely designed to island hop, and then you know, and then the what's that one called, the Tri-Islander, for example. I mean, that's another one as well. I mean, three engines, so I mean, you lose one, you know, it's like, you know, you can still make your destination. So I mean, that's in my mind, you can see what direction the manufacturer was trying to go when designing the both the Islander and the Tri-Islander. Which I don't know if is the Tri-Islander even still in production. Not sure. I know the Islander is for certain, but I'm not sure on the Tri-Islander. Hadn't I definitely don't see many of those. I see your airport either for right off for nose. They're almost there at 12 o'clock. Once again, it's another. I know for me at least, it does add to the immersion. I mean, that's for certain, but it's not something that I just really just have to have. So, all right, bring out the power here a little bit. I'm not going to touch the. Kind of curious here how it responds. Oh yeah, I don't want to touch the yoke at all. Alrighty, see the only road here. Where are we at? I think that's the airfield there. Let's cross midfield and see what it looks like. See if we can get eyeballs in a windsock or something, because there's no other information for this airport at all. Cross midfield, which I'm sure if we're on VATSIM or something, we'll be on somebody's Unicom frequency. Alright, let's see. Full RPM on the props and full mixture. Let's see. Alright, I see a windsock there, and looks like it is favoring. It's favoring runway 9, so we'll get ourselves set up. And then we'll start long track 2 back to San Juan. A little bit nose up trim. Alrighty. And when that first notch of flaps. Let's see. Power up here a little bit. Airplanes like this, when having track IR, would be awesome. Or not being completely lazy and just enable mine. Alright. I believe we are trimmed out here. For the most part. again, we're going to use that use power to control that descent and pitch to maintain our airspeed. Kick a little bit of rudder in here. And then we got a little crosswind going on. Alright, looking pretty good. Very sensitive on a crosswind. Got a little bit of a crab angle and we should be fine. Alright, come back on the power a little bit. Whoa! 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 Alright, a little bit more firm than I wanted it, but I'm pretty sure those, I mean, you can just look at the landing gear configuration of this thing and tell that, you know, it's made to take a pouncing, so I don't think we hurt it much. Alright, so absolutely we have a little bit of a turn around there. Alright, let's see if we can not mess this up. Yay, we didn't mess it up. Alright. Yeah, she definitely fell out of the sky on that one. But was like 58 knots. I mean, it was only a matter of time before she finally broke. I get the airplane cleaned up. All right. Very small airport. Whew. Wow. I don't know how far we can go back on the replay reel. I'm kind of curious to see. There we go. Oh, that was firm. Yeah, that was firm. Let's see if we can get a tower view of that one. Oh, that was. Whoa. Yeah, there we are. There, getting her lined up. All right, looking pretty good. And she just takes a dump right there. I mean, you can tell it really didn't. I mean, we didn't really bounce much or anything, but I mean, you for sure felt that one. I don't care who you are, you felt that one. All right. Let's see if we can exit out of here. Let's see. Cool. And we'll go ahead and avionics off. All right. So I'm sure these guys aren't flying too late in the evening, and I'm sure that we are. Let's see. Let's take a look and see. Show. All right. All right, so we are wanting to go. All right, and that is we're going to I guess that one 96 miles. Be a bit of a trip. I think we can do it. Probably come up to about 6,000. Let's see if we can take a look at it. Let's see here, 1 bars. Kind of figure not going to get a whole lot of data. All right, cool. So we got a bit of a trip. I think we can pull it off though. All right, so this guy, let's just do a full load. Once again, a little packer in there, and then we'll probably pick up a little fuel if they had any. We'll just assume they don't have much. All right, there. All right. I think we're all set. And let's see, we'll go ahead and our barriers are still on, so we'll go ahead and fire up. My feet on the brakes. And let's see, it's still got the mags on, I believe. Yep. All right, there's number 2. Double check to make sure the mag's still on. Yep. And crack the throttle. All right. We'll do 6,500. Heading back. And probably go here. Oops. They're at 2. Let's see. Tango. Tango Juliet. Sierra Juliet, enter. Yep, 96 miles. All right, I think we're all set. And taxi. And guess we got a bit of an uphill trip, so we'll add a little power. And we'll make that 180 and run our departure. Let's see if I can not mess this up. All right. There we go. Oop. You know what? Just for giggles, we'll full load. We'll try. We'll try it with no We'll try with no flaps and see what she does. All right, take off. All right, no flaps, take off. 2,600-foot runway. She is slow going, but she's going. Oh yeah, we're flying. We are flying. So no flaps. I don't even know what our payload was. I'll look at it here in a bit. No flaps, take off, full load. I mean, basically, I mean, other than what, less than a little less than half in the fuel, and yeah, she performed admirably. All right. Pretty good. Bring those props back a little bit. And got her nice and trimmed down, 5,000 foot per minute. I'm literally flying with tip of my fingers here. And she is just doing her thing. Go ahead and sync the heading bug real quick. See. And poke up through the clouds. I mean, this would probably be a long haul for this thing, I'm sure. Bit of an updraft there. The old instrument scan going. Watching that 6-pack. All right. Probably be one of those situations you'd want to pick up an IFR clearance. All right. All right, start trying to lean the engines out a little bit. All right, coming out of, all right, about 3,500 feet. Right now, GPS is calling for I think about 49-minute estimated time of arrival, but I don't think it's going to be that long once we get our nose in the wind and all that fun stuff. I don't think it'll be long at all. All right, 4,000 for 6.5. keeping this instrument scan going. All right. 4,500 feet right there. I was hoping we came out of this layer, but man, it is thick. Hoping we'll pop out of the clouds by now. About 5,000 feet right there. 5,000 there for 6,500. Keep about 1,000 foot per minute climb. And you know, once again, I mean, she's no rocket, but I mean, just in terms of what we got going on in the back, I mean, the numbers there aren't too bad right now. We're like, about 90 knots. About 9 knots. We get about, it's bouncing maybe 700-800 foot per minute on average. But I think I think this is going to be pretty close to best rate for this airplane. Like I said, I hadn't looked at the numbers yet, but that's what I'm guessing it would be pretty close to. Brought to you by Ring Doorbell. No. I'm sure those of you who own one probably recognize that tone. All right, props down a little more. Almost there. Just now out of that cloud layer. Let's see, we'll set up here. We'll let Auto take it for the time being. Let's see what she wants to do. Oh, Alright, altitude hold, and heck, let's put it on nav mode. Alright, looks like this is trimming out. Ground speed should be picking up. Yeah, we're starting to pick up there. Now we're at what? 22 inches of manifold pressure. So far the engine instruments look okay. So 141 knots. Let's see here. Alright, so in the yellow it'll be 140, so it'll probably be over the maximum maneuvering speed in turbulent conditions, I'm assuming. We'll roll the engines back there, about 140 some knots now, so that should get us there. About 30 minutes. About 30 minutes, not too bad. Too bad at all there, so you can kind of see we're just now really getting started on on the trip there. And this is when EFBs really start to kind of help out. Especially, let's say, for example, we lost we lost our instrument. You can always go here, hit up the synthetic vision, and bam, there you go. So, um, yeah, I mean, even now, I mean, starting out before we training, you had none of this, and I mean, you can definitely get yourself out of a bind for sure. If you ever get caught, you may be IMC, for example, and you're not set up or something like that, and you know it definitely helps out to have those tools. So, all right, so let's see where we're at. We're still probably just above that layer, just above that layer. Now, if we wanted to, let's see if we can come up to 8,000. I'm gonna lean out. See if we can lean out the engines a little bit. Let's see, bring in that power, and we'll set ourselves up for 8,500, and put this guy in variable speed mode. And we'll try about 800 foot per minute. 800 foot per minute on the KLN, and see what she does. Alright, looks like she's coming up nicely. 120 knots. And once again, we're at 6,500 for 8.5 on the altitude. See how she performs there. See if I can lean it out a little more. Lean it out. Starting to get a drop there. Alright, we'll hold her about right there. Oh, don't forget that. And this sucker is packed. That guy looks really familiar. This guy looks like he should be captain of a ship or something. She doesn't look like she's on vacation at all, though. But I don't know. Let me get out of the back. Oh man, it's some of the figures though. You can't help but wonder. Can't help but wonder. All right, let's see what we're looking like here. Almost hitting 7,000 there. Getting pretty close. Out of... Oh, nope, I'm sorry. 8,000. Alright, so we went from about 90 knots there is where she wants to... But she's dropping off a little more than that. Let's see. Trying to lean it out a little more. Yeah, I mean, we're not in a super hurry, so we can drop that vertical speed down to about 600 feet per minute. See if we can pick up a little more ground speed. So we're getting fairly close to our altitude. There we go. Looks like she's wanting to capture it. Capturing it nicely. Beautiful. Let's see. See, they have ADF here as well. There she is there. I don't know. I don't even know if there are any ADFs in the area. Let's see. Yeah, NDBs in the area. Where's the VOR? Let's see. There we go. Just trying to look and see. There's a VOR there. Low altitude VOR. Let's see. Kind of looking and see which heck we're almost halfway there anyway. I was kind of curious. That looks like a NDB. Yeah, marker NDB. Yeah, so we're a little over halfway. A little over halfway. Let's see, 152 knots in the ground speed. And I don't think, it doesn't seem like I can get much more performance out of the engines there. Yeah, it looks like I'm about right there. We can get right around 20 inches of manifold. And that's all she's giving us, folks. That is all she's giving us for that 8,500 feet. So we'll take that. Like I said, I mean, it's, so basically you're looking at, I mean, let's say just worst case scenario, an hour to cover, 100 nautical miles. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, of course, if you're in TBM or something like that, it'd be horrible, but, if you're just island hopping, I mean, that's not bad. I'm kind of curious, kind of play around with these circuit breakers. Standby cluster, beacon, panel lights, turn bank indicator. Feel that, see what happens. I'm assuming that probably wouldn't work either. Push that back in. Marker, audio, VHF. I'm assuming the autopilot works. Yep, it works. Alright, dial the props back a little bit. I mean, all in all, like I said, I guess at the end of the day, it's really about what you want. If you're looking for something, low maintenance, something you can just jump in, get up quick. I mean, I think guys were on the ground maybe all of like 5 minutes in between legs, so very short turnaround times. And I'm sure, it's just the tip of the iceberg. I'm sure they'll add a few more features, sprinkle some features here and there, and yeah, so not too bad at all. Actually, guys, give me 1 second here. I'm going to step away from the PC and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I am back. Sorry about that. I had some beef jerky in a dehydrator, so I had to turn that off. All right, gonna look here and
powering on, charging battery.
so we're a little over halfway. Check our fuel here. The fuel looks pretty good on both sides there. About 20 gallons. Not bad. Not bad at all. I don't know if that's my stick or not. And a round of applause for my throttles. They still seem to be functioning thus far. Oh. Pretty interesting. This guy looks as if he is in no way dressed for island life. Looks like he's gonna do someone's taxes or something. But yeah, so far so good. 18 minutes left on the flight there, 8,500. Oh, let's see what the weather is looking like. Their airport of, I believe this is San Juan, I think, or something like that. Let's see. Winds out of the east at 13, gusting 20. Should be fun. Sailing at unlimited visibility at 10. Let's see. Temperature. 84 degrees. Let's see. It's going on here. Celsius 2. Temperature 29. Dew point 22. 29er on the altimeter. Let's see. So, I mean, weather should be pretty decent getting in. So I think our ceiling about 3,000 clouds there. So not should be a fairly straightforward approach. Man, it's so quiet without the headphones. I'll leave the headphones off right now. Let's see what that placard say. Ice flight in icing conditions not approved. Now, what if I jump in here and add? Okay, never mind. So that doesn't change. All right. The trim, electric trim. So I'm wondering if. Oh, so it still works. Okay. Interesting. Now, altitude. Oops. Yeah, just a very. Oh, it's kind of difficult to describe. Very function driven. But I mean, you can look at the elevator, and it's just a massive elevator. So I mean, low speed handling is just can't be beat. Wonder if the sounds change here if we. Okay, volume comes up a little bit. Volume does come up a little bit. Oh, don't. There we go. There's a little temperature gauge there. Yeah, just not a whole lot to her. Not a whole lot to her. Let you guys take in the sounds a little bit. I am curious though. I'm curious to see exactly how this rumored. I don't know if it's even rumored. I mean, I know the guy. Who was it? Was it Threshold or one of those news outlets broke the story? But with another Islander, kind of, jumping on the scene there. It's going to be kind of interesting to see exactly what goes on. I really hate that though. I really hate that though because I kind of have a feeling it's gonna affect both development development houses there in terms of potential profit. So, I mean, hopefully they can both find their niche in the market and are able to get a decent return there. Cylinder head temp's got a little on the hot side there. EGT's got a little warm as well. Alright, about 30 miles out. One more. Zoom in there, right on it. They did do a fantastic job on the modeling. Fantastic job on the modeling. I still just do not see the beacon lights though. Maybe I'm just blind. I don't know. There's the intakes there. Interesting. Alright, 26 miles out. Then we would dump a little altitude here. We'll go ahead and set ourselves up for, we'll do 4,500. And look, drops there. Oh. Bring the power back there a little bit. And vertical speed. And we'll go ahead and arm this guy up real quick. Bring those props up just a hair. As we're descending, we want to kind of come up on the mixture. That guy so looks like Samuel Jackson. I mean, not that guy there. Anywho, I digress. Let's see, 21 nautical miles out. 8 minutes left, and we're coming out of $7,000 there. Yeah, that's the trim wheel there. Double check the runways. Let's see. 10 is the favorite. All right. $18 miles out. And we are back in the IMC. All 0.3 that we can log of it. Double check my breakers. I know I was pulling them. Make sure they're all in still. They were good. Yeah, they were all right. And 14 miles out. Okay. right here, about 4,500. I will hold that here for a little bit. Bring that mixture up. Four minutes out. Pretty close to our destination airport. See there. Double check our fuel one more time. All right, let's go ahead and set our up for 2,500, and there we go. And one of these, there we go. All right, I have that. Four 4,000 feet. And we are out of the clouds, yay. A good bit of rain. Very strange. Very strange airport. I say strange, but I guess it kind of throws you off. The runway is not exactly parallel. All right, my controls. 10. That's the plan. Alright, double check, make sure get the mixture full forward. And I'm gonna hold off on the props. Holding off on the props, and we'll go ahead and see if we can set ourselves up. And I guess at this point, we'll want to turn on our landing lights there, being in the terminal environment. Let's see. Slow down and dump some of this airspeed. Oh yeah. Props full forward. What in the world is that? Weird. All right. Oops, a little trim. A little power in. Go ahead and drop some flaps there. Alright, got our 2 green, 2 red. I'm at a little power. I can only imagine trying to work an airplane like this in the pattern. You know, during midday. I mean, you're pretty much, I can imagine you're definitely got the holes poured on it, trying to get in here and get out of the way. Alright, I'll do that foul notch flaps there. Get ready for that pitch up. There she goes. And keep that power in. That power in. See. Oh. And on the brakes. Try not to stay on them since we overshot. Alright, I'm keep it moving. Just about take off again. I think we still got quite a bit of airspeed. We had the elevator all the way back there for, once again, for aerodynamic braking, and it's still, the nose still wanted to pitch up on me a little bit. Alright, let's go ahead and clean the airplane up. Actually, let's see if we can get one more replay for the books, minus our 30-minute. I get a tower view. Eh, that's not bad. Now I really should have been aiming for that, but the exit there. But no, no. And here we are. Give me a minute. Oh man, I could not imagine 737 on final. And you're good lord. All right, let's get this thing pulled in here and shut down for the day. Oh no, have fun. Have fun. I mean, it's a, you know, once again, very simple to operate. Any level of simmer could jump in this thing and, a couple minutes be in the air. So, I mean, for island hopping, highly recommended. Now, I just wouldn't go out and I wouldn't want to go and make no 500-mile trips in this thing. But then again, it's not really what it was designed for, right? This thing's designed to, get some vacationers from San Juan off to their little private hideaway and, you know, whatever island or, some, have dinner in Martha's Vineyard and, from Boston or something. Things like that, or not Bob, from not Martha's Vineyard, but Nantucket, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or 150 miles, 200 miles, something like that. I'd want to do in this thing, but I mean, if that's what you're looking to do, island hopping, bush flying, seeing this thing is a very capable, short field performer. This is the aircraft for you. All right, here's that number one, and killing that number two. All right, and go ahead and turn all this stuff off. Go up here, we'll turn off our max. Battery off. Open the door and let some fresh air in. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, like I said, all in all, I mean, just very, very fun airplane. Very, good flying airplane. Easy to handle. Single engine performance is good. Get you out of a pinch. If you're looking for a rocket, just go find something else because this is not it. But for what it was designed to do, it is a solid performer, and I do not regret this purchase one bit. I'll be definitely getting some more hours in it, and hopefully sharing some of those hours with you guys as well. So, um, other than that, guys, I definitely appreciate you. Those of you who jumped in, it really does make the day go by to spend time talking with you guys, and you know, just be safe out there with all the craziness going on. Just please be safe. Take care of each other, and we will see you guys later.